Hi guys, welcome back to Nichful Thinking. My name is Nichelle Ohshells on all social media, and this is a podcast all about what I be thinking. I have a little, y'all know, January, February, March, the girls are fine tuning what we're doing, and if you're watching on Friday, then you can see an adjustment that has been made. Let me know what you think. I'm doing my best with what I have, but y'all, I think I'm gonna invest in a new camera soon. It's giving a new camera soon. I had this Canon that I had bought back in college. I want to say maybe my freshman year. And it was like the whole starter pack. It was like a whole thing. I was super excited about it. And so, yeah, I've been using her, pulling her out, taking pictures here and there. And the girlies say she's not the one that I have is the Rebel T6. And I saw a few videos where it's like, girl, if you really wanted a camera like that, you should have got the T6i or something like that, whatever. But yeah, I might become a Sony girl soon because I'm gonna watch this back and see what it's given. We'll see. So yeah, this past Monday was Martin Luther King Day. I was watching TV because I was like doing my hair. I was like, let's see what's on, just the regular Samsung's version of cable, child. And The Butler was on, and I've never watched The Butler, and I was just sitting there like, let me see, let me get a little piece of it. The Butler really like is a movie where it reinforces just how things were at that time. There was one scene where he was like coming in, he was trying to ask for a little bit more I don't know if it was benefits or like a raise in pay or something like that. And just how dismissive the guy was and how he had to kind of like get back into his place, if you will, and like accept that people like us just won't be seen in that way or won't be given additional opportunities. Like the man basically was just like, you better be happy that you are one of us and you in this house, in the White House, and not somewhere else. Like that should be enough for you was his tone. And it just relights something in you when you see those moments be depicted in that way. When you see like the literally people getting hosed down in the street. Imagine that being a normal, quote unquote, normal thing for you to witness on any given day. Just Negroes being hung up and swinging by trees, like, oh yeah, the cherry blossoms started to bloom. Like, horrific, horrendous. Please, please, please do what you can do and start by registering to vote. Start by understanding what the voting times are in your state. Everything counts, everything adds up. And that's something that I've definitely been internalizing way, way more. But yeah, that's kind of how my week started. I had a really great time over the weekend with some friends. So I keep looking over here if you're watching this because I'm like, is she clear? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna just keep moving forward. Let me just keep moving forward to show. Okay, so exploring outside of your comfort zone. That's today's topic. A lot of people have been posting what they were up to in 2026, what the 2026 life was looking like. I'm not posting a whole bunch of 2020, 2026. Oh my gosh, 2016. Yes, there we go. Posting about 2016, what was going on. I was a sophomore. No, I was a junior in college. What am I talking about? I was a junior in college in 2016. I saw some of the like archived stories that I had during that time. And I was a part of this dance group called Chaos Theory. It was like all the rage. We were performing. If I could find it, I know I could find it because I know exactly like I know where it's at. I'll put a clip on the screen for those of you that watch the YouTube at Ohshells, Ohshells. But yeah, your girl, like I was making my clip-ins in my dorm room. I was this big, big, big relaxed mommy. The relaxed Shelly was a moment in time. Like honestly, I did not play about my straight hair, child. Okay. And it looked good. It looked real good. Hello. I have this thing where I'm like, I don't remember anything or like I barely remember things, but I'm getting better at like A, not saying that first off, and B, like going back into the moments, really thinking about what that time was like, reflecting, making sure I like, oh yeah, yeah, we did do that. We did do, because I'm someone who just like has an experience and then moves forward. I'm like, no, girl, like that was a whole moment in time. Shout out to Chaos Theory. Shout out to my university at the time, man. I did a lot of growing during that time. 2016 also, that's what I was going to say. People talk about it like it was the best time of their lives. And I'm always like, I almost feel like it was so great because the collective, like everyone under the sun, is like 2016 was the best thing ever. It's almost like a placebo. Like, you're right, 2016 was the best thing ever. I had to go back and really reflect, like, what even happened in 2016? Some pop culture moments: Beyonce's Lemonade, the viral mannequin challenge, and the launch of Pokemon Go were all defined in 2016. Is that accurate? Wait. Well, this is what the Googles is saying, child. But yeah, that was a time. I'm like, wait, now I'm thinking about it. David Bowie, we lost Prince, Muhammad Ali. Oh my gosh. Girl, 2016 was a year. 2026, however, she's like her big sister. I feel like the way that we're all talking about it, like she's 2016's big sister. And the fact that a decade has gone by, a smooth decade, a full decade has gone by, is actually wild when I sit back and think about it. And that's also what inspires me to be so reflective. Like, there's moments where you're like, go, 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 but you really need to be like, wait a minute. What happened last year? What happened the year before that? And what was going on about 2 years, 5 years ago? Like, it's actually wild to think about. And so I'm shortening the relationship between my reflection periods because journaling definitely has helped me kind of ground more in the year. But I don't journal every day, right? I don't journal all the time. I journal when I feel called to, and I'm building up the muscle to journal at least a few times every single week so that I have a rhythm, momentum, and a relationship built up between me and what has already happened or what's going to happen or what was, and et cetera, et cetera. So definitely think about that. And as we go outside of our comfort zones, I wrote down a note or whatever. I'll read for you guys now. This year, I'm learning to push myself, push past my comfort zone. It's an interesting place to be in. As we reflect on 2016, we want to be sure we reflect on the decade we just had as well and truly live in the, okay, we're taking this to the next level. Yeah, so not just 2016 and being like, oh my gosh, but it also reinvigorated that feeling of like, okay, so what happened in 2017? And then what happened in 2018 and 19 and 20? I digress. There was a article that I read briefly. Here we go. It was positivepsychology.com. And it was an article about like how to leave your comfort zone and da 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 da. And I was getting to the part where it's like, what is the comfort zone in psychology? What's the science behind it? What the people talking about? What is it actually? And when I say actually, I mean that what has been studied, what is backed by scholarly journals. You know what I mean? Like, let's get a little bit deeper. So the core idea is that our nervous system have a Goldilocks zone of arousal. Too little and you remain in the comfort zone where boredom sets in, but too much and you enter the panic zone, which also stalls progression. Yeah, there's like this sweet spot. Like, I always am talking about the averaging out, getting into that fine line. And so, yeah, this part of the article caught my eye. I'll have the website in the description box for anybody that's interested. But yeah, here we go. From comfort zone to growth zone. That's where we want to be. Comfort to growth zone. When leaving the comfort zone, fear doesn't always equate to being in the panic zone. So then they have this diagram where it showcases comfort zone, fear zone, learning zone, growth zone. And it goes on to say it takes courage to step from the comfort zone into the fear zone without a clear roadmap. There's no way to build on previous experiences. Going from the comfort zone and just going straight into the fear zone so that you can then leap into the learning zone, even right now as I am like attempting new ways to capture this podcast, etc. It's like, all right, there's no roadmap. There is no, oh yeah, you could do it this way, that way. I'm gonna just keep bobbing and weaving and seeing what works best, okay? And then once you get to a place where you feel like you've truly understood what works best for you in this season with this project, yeah, that's where the growth comes in. Because now it's like, okay, I was a little scary. Okay, I got some learning. I had a wholesome L, some lessons, some good stuff, some okay, I learned from that X, Y, and Z. And then you got the growth zone. I don't think about the growth zone as much as I think about just getting out of my comfort zone And I think that's what April, May, and June is going to bring. I'm already like forecasting a little bit, but and I do feel that. I feel like right now is the getting out of your comfort zone, and I can only speak for myself, but I definitely want to hear what you guys think as well. There was this diagram that says comfort zone, fear zone, and then learning zone and growth zone. And so, yeah, as we expand, as we get more horizontal and more vertical with our lives, it's going to be there's going to be a lot of like unknown moments, but I believe that's where we thrive. And then before you know it, you learn a new skill and boom, your life is never the same. All right. Well, that's all I got for today, honestly. I wanted to talk a little bit about just stepping outside of the comfort zone, what that means, and how some psychologists think about it. I am very, very interested in the realm of psychology in general, and sociology is something that's been popping up for me as well. So I'm excited to bring more concepts and thoughts to the podcast. And this year, we're going to allow her to be who she is. All that I ask is that you like, comment, share, subscribe, join the journey, join the vibes. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. And I appreciate all the love, all the DMs, all the like, yeah, girl, like I see you, like I appreciate it. So thank you. All right, love, peace, and hair grease. Bye.